Hi everyone, my name is Danny, and today I'll be sharing you the ML Hub API that would be part of the TAPC framework. So this is the Git repository for the ML Hub project, and in the README you can find the installation information as well as the usage for the API. The API itself is built using the REST architecture, and we have currently 5 endpoints for the API, with one authentication API that is only meant for local development. The rest of the 4 endpoints are endpoints for users to fetch model information as well as downloading the models that they desire. Now I'm going to show you how we can use the API. So as you can see, I've already git cloned the repository into my computer, and you can do so by running this command right here. First of all, if you don't have pipenv installed, please install pipenv so we can use the virtual management tool so that our dependencies do not clash with what's already installed in your machine. To do that, you can run this pip installation command. And once you have the repository cloned, we will move to the ML Hub folder that we have just cloned by running this command. Next, what we would want to do is to create a .m file inside the middleware folder. And inside the .m file, we would want to put in an isLocal variable and make it true. This will enable us to use the authentication endpoint for local development. So once we do that, let's run the virtual environment using the command pipenv shell. You can see that we've activated the pipenv virtual environment by seeing that we've got an ML Hub parenthesis here. Then we would want to install the requirements using the command pipenv install -r requirements.txt. Now that our requirements have been installed, we can start running the application by typing in this command here, python3 temp.py. And our Flask server is now running. Now, because I have my Postman configured for testing, I will show you the API usage through Postman. So now we would want to create a post method that has, for the authentication endpoint, we also want to make sure that inside the body, we insert our username and password in JSON format. That we can click send here. We've been successfully authenticated, and you can see our JWT token here. To access the list model endpoint, we would want to retrieve that token information. You can do so when you see an environment variable here. You can see that it's already saved in your Postman. So we would want to create a key that's called x-tapish-token and put that token value inside the header before we start our we run our GET request. So the /model endpoint will give us the top 100 models that is most downloaded in the Hugging Face website. You can see here all the results for each of the model and their respective information. Next, I will show you the list model by author endpoint. So the endpoint would be -p3-mlhub-authors and then author name /models. We would want to do the same and pass the X-status token in the header. So let's make the GET request. Now we would see how it retrieves all the models that is created by Facebook. You can always change the author here to Google or any authors that you want to look up what they have, like their models. Next, we have the get model endpoint, and this is meant to retrieve more detailed information about a specific machine learning model that's available. Again, we want to pass the X-status token in the header before we hit the request, the GET request. You can see here that we've retrieved the information, and it has all this different information that you may need when you're running the model later. And the most important part of this information would be the SHA number, which means that that's the Git repository ID that is associated with their most latest commit, and also the different information on the different repository content. This is all the files that would be included if you download the whole repository for this specific model. Next, we can go to download the model. However, because Postman has limits in terms of the file size that they can get, I will use a VS Code to show you. You can run this curl command, curl localhost 5000 /p3/mlhub/download_model, and then this is the model ID that you want to retrieve. In my case, it's Esperto small that is created by Julian C. And we can pipe it into our current directory model.bin to see if we've downloaded the model successfully. This might take longer for bigger models, so let's run the command now. So what this command does is retrieve the PyTorch binary file from Hugging Face Hub and download it to your computer. Now we see that the model is downloaded into our computer. It has created a model_cache directory in your computer, and you can see this folder is the models folder, and the way the files are structured, it would say the model name /snapshots, and then this is the SHA repository ID. That way we know that we can match this SHA number with what is the most current repository that we have. And you can see here that it has downloaded the model. Thank you for letting me share this API with you.